This video program, How to Manage Grants, is brought to you by U.S. Government Grants. It's written by Beverly Santacola and Ron Flavin, narrated by Beverly Santacola. Managing grants properly will assure the continuation of grant funds from federal agencies and foundations long after the grant funding is spent. It is the fifth activity in the grant cycle and the last video lesson in this series. Making sure you manage grants properly, complete the scope of work proposed, report on time, and spend the money is essential to keep grants coming in. In this lesson, I'll provide 7 ideas to make managing grants easier. First, read your notice of grant award from the federal agency or award letter from the foundation and highlight areas that you need to follow up on. Create a binder for each grant you win and place all relevant documents into that binder for quick and easy reference. Make sure you follow up with all special terms and conditions of the grant agreement. Most federal agencies and private foundations ask you to submit additional information within 30 days of the grant notice. Place all responses into your grants binder. Because your grant proposal and notice of grant award can be up to 50 pages or more, it's easy to forget every single thing you propose and they require. A logic model is a one-page document you can create to help keep you focused. The first column of the logic model is inputs. These are people, places, and things you have that will make it possible for you to do the activities you proposed. Inputs include funding, staff, supplies, facility, tools, etc. The second and third columns of the logic model are outputs. One for the goals and objectives or activities you proposed, and one for the staff, consultants, and collaborating partners that will help you make it happen. Standard logic models typically measure short, middle, and long-term outcomes. For the Ute Mountain Ute tribe, we use social emotional outcomes, the ones measured by stories, program outcomes, measured by required organizational or program goals, and cost-benefit outcomes to measure spending and the difference the money made for the people. A logic model can be modified any way that it works to suit your needs. But if an organization customizes it to have common outcomes, then you have an effective way of tracking program success as well as overall organizational success, collecting common measures from every program. All federal agencies and foundations have a process for requesting changes for staffing, budgets, and program-related activities. Sometimes it's a modified proposal, sometimes a letter, and sometimes a form. If writing a letter, I like to include a table to show what was proposed and how I would like to change it. The federal government has strict rules on grant expenditures detailed in the Federal Register and online at the General Services Administration or GSA. Most federal grants do not allow you to buy food or beverages for events, and there are maximums allowed for lodging and meals when traveling. All grants require progress and final reporting to show how you spent the money and the impact the funding had on the people you served. It's not enough to show you completed the activities proposed. You must show how the grant made a difference. I like to include stories and photos. For your practice session, go online and look up the GSA rates for your state and city. Read the Federal Register cost principles in the exercise files and create a logic model for every grant program you have. Thank you for watching and listening. If you have questions, feel free to contact me at USGG.